Welcome back to Grammar Grade 7. This is Unit 12, Lesson 67, and we're continuing our unit on punctuation. Today is our third comma lesson, and it's a wonderfully practical one. How commas work inside dates, inside addresses and place names, and around titles or degrees that follow a person's name. The best part is that all three share one simple habit. Let's take a look. Before we dive in, here's the big picture. Everything today is the comma doing one gentle job. It marks a small pause so your reader can see where one part ends and the next begins. We'll use it in three places. First, in dates. A comma splits the day from the year. Second, in places. A comma splits the city from the state or country. And third, a title or degree after someone's name gets fenced off by commas. Notice the pattern that ties them together. For dates and places, you put a comma between the parts, and then another comma after them when the sentence keeps going. Let's meet each one. Let's start with dates. When you write a full date, a month, a day, and a year, you drop a comma between the day and the year. Watch. On March 3rd, 2019, our library reopened. Do you hear the two little pauses? There's a comma right after the day, sitting between the 3 and the year. And because the sentence keeps going after the year, you add a second comma right after 2019 as well. One comma before the year, one comma after it, and the date settles neatly into the sentence. Now, a quick but important warning. Not every date needs a comma. The comma only steps in when you have the full trio, month, day, and year, with the day and year bumping against each other. If a part is missing, you leave the comma out. Look, we moved here in July 2020. That's just a month and a year, so there's no comma between them. And here, her birthday is May 9th. That's a month and a day with no year in sight. So again, no comma. Only a full month, day, year date asks for that comma before the year. Places work exactly like dates. When you name a city together with its state or country, you slip a comma between them. Watch. We flew to Austin, Texas last spring. There's the comma tucked between the city, Austin, and the state, Texas. And just like with dates, because the sentence rolls on after the state, you add another comma right after Texas. City, comma, state, comma. The place sits snugly inside the sentence, and the reader glides right through. What about a full address, with a street and a city and a state all in a row? Same idea, just with more commas. You place a comma between each part. Here. Mail it to 14 Pine Road, Dayton, Ohio. A comma follows the street, then another follows the city named Dayton, and the state Ohio finishes it off. Each pause keeps the pieces of the address from running together, so the reader can take them in one at a time. If the sentence continued past Ohio, you'd add one more comma after the state, exactly as before. Our last job is about titles and degrees that come right after a person's name. Things like junior or a degree like PhD. When one of these follows a name, you set it off with commas, just like a piece of extra information. Watch the first. Elena Ruiz, PhD, led the study. The degree PhD is boxed in, a comma before it and a comma after it. Here's another with a title. Sam Park Jr. joined our team. Again, the word junior sits inside a pair of commas. Notice it takes two commas when the name keeps going, one on each side of the title. Let's gather these into one quick check. First, do you have a full date, month, day, and year? Put a comma before the year and one after it if the sentence keeps going. Second, do you have a city with its state or country? Put a comma between them and one after the state when the sentence continues. Third, is there a title or a degree right after someone's name? Fence it off with commas. The rhythm is the same every time. A pause between the parts and a pause after them when there's more sentence to come. Ready to practice a few together? Time to practice. In this first set, I'll show a sentence that's missing a comma or two, and you decide where they belong. Pause the video and think it through before I reveal each answer. On April 6, 1990, the museum first opened. Where do the commas go? This is a full date, month, day, and year, so we need a comma between the day and the year, right after the 6. And because the sentence keeps going after the year, we add a second comma after 1990. So the answer is, on April 6, 1990, the museum first opened. They settled in Portland, Oregon after the trip. Where do the commas belong? A city and its state need a comma between them, so one comma goes after Portland. And since the sentence continues, a second comma follows Oregon. So the answer is, they settled in Portland, Oregon, after the trip. The award went to Dana Cole, PhD this year. Where do the commas go? The degree PhD comes right after the name Dana Cole, so we fence it off with a comma on each side, one before PhD and one after it. So the answer is, the award went to Dana Cole, PhD, this year. In this second set, each sentence uses its commas correctly. Your job is to name the reason. Is it a date, a place, or a title after a name? Pause and choose before I answer. We visited Rome, Italy last July. Why are those commas there? Rome is the city and Italy is the country, and a comma sits between them, with another after Italy because the sentence goes on. That's the place rule, so the answer is place. On October 12, 2015, our club began. Why the commas? We have a full date, month, day, and year, with a comma before the year and another right after it. That's the date rule. So the answer is date. Our speaker, Leo Marsh Jr., arrived early. What are the commas around Jr. doing? Jr. is a title sitting right after the name Leo Marsh, so it gets fenced off with a comma on each side. That's the title rule. So the answer is title after a name. Let's gather up what we learned. In a full date, a comma slips in between the day and the year, and another follows the year when the sentence keeps going. Between a city and its state or country, a comma marks the split, and one more comes after when there's more sentence to follow. And a title or degree right after a name gets fenced off with commas, one on each side. The pattern is the same all 3 times. A pause between the parts and a pause after them. Wonderful work today. In our next lesson, we'll keep building your comma skills. I'll see you there.